Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if it is your first time here. My name is Lauren and on this channel we talk about books. This video is going to be a little bit different than anything that I have done on this channel yet. Typically I have been uploading like book hauls or TBRs or like anticipated releases, but this video we are going to be answering like bookish questions. I saw a fellow YouTuber here on YouTube. She posted this video a few weeks ago. It's like a rapid fire book tag. I did leave a comment in her comment section saying like, just to forewarn you, I'm gonna be doing this too. I was not tagged in her video, but she was like, girl, go ahead, don't even worry about it. Consider yourself tagged. So I kind of basically invited myself to the book tag party, but I have no shame, no regrets. I have about 40 minutes before I have to get my daughter from the bus. So I'm just like, let's go ahead and just sit down and film this little video. I do have the questions here on my phone. So I'm glad that I have like a 40-minute time allotment because there are a lot of questions. So I don't wanna like ramble on each question. So the 40-minute time crunch is good for me and it's good for you as well. So let's go ahead and just get into it, you guys. Okay, the first question is ebook or physical book? Ooh, okay, so I did just recently get a Kindle this past December and I absolutely love it. It's completely changed my reading game. I feel like I read a lot faster on the Kindle. I don't know if that's like a placebo or if it's real. I don't know. But I have read a few books in just one day on the Kindle. I don't think I have ever read a 350 plus page book in one day from like a physical book. So I do absolutely love like the convenience of a Kindle, you know, putting it in my purse, being able to read it, you know, pretty much wherever. And of course you can do it with a physical book too, but it's a little bit more difficult, especially the larger book that you have, to just carry a book around with you. So I do love the convenience of a Kindle, but if you like gave me an ultimatum and you're like, you can only ever read from your Kindle or you can only ever read a physical book, like if you choose Kindle, you can never read a physical book again, I would be really sad about that. So I think if I had to choose, I would definitely choose a physical book just because I love the experience of going book shopping. I love like smelling a book and holding a book and having bookshelves and going to the library. I just love physical books. So if I had to choose, it would be a physical book, even though I do love my Kindle and I do love the convenience of reading off of a Kindle. But yeah, I guess my answer is physical book. Final answer. Paperback or hardback? This is totally like a side thing, but do people say hardback? I either say paperback or hardcover, but the question does read paperback or hardback. It could just be how this person who typed these questions originally, how they say it, but it's definitely paperback or hardcover. That's just me being OCD and nitpicky. But again, I like both, but I feel like paperbacks are far more convenient and easier to hold. I guess that's like a preference thing as well. I just feel like a paperback is more comfortable to read, but I do also adore hardcovers because they're beautiful. They have the pretty sprayed edges, and some paperbacks have sprayed edges too, but it's more common with a hardcover. And hardcovers are just, I mean, hardcover editions can be just beautiful. I mean, especially the ones that you get from like those specialty stores. They just make some beautiful editions of hardcovers. But as far as like just reading goes, I definitely prefer to read a paperback book. Next we have online or in-store shopping. I definitely prefer to shop in-store. I like to go book shopping. I love to go to Barnes and Noble. If I'm at Target for whatever reason, I obviously have to go down the book aisle. I love going to independent bookstores. Heck, I even like going to half price books. Like, give me a bookstore, I'm there, I'm in it. But I also like the online bookstores as well. Like, what is that website? Like bookoutlet.com. They have like really marked down books. Love that. And then that are brand new books. It's kind of like an overstock, but for books. And then of course, like Bookish.com, you know, and then Fairy Loot, Owl Crate, all these different, like, I call them specialty stores that make special edition books. Like, that's freaking awesome. But I think my preference is to in-store shop for sure. Who doesn't love a trip to the bookstore? And then we've got trilogies or series. I mean, I'm gonna say series because I like 5+ books in, like, if it's like a world building type of story. Anytime a series is 2 or 3 books, I feel like I have a larger book hangover than if a series is like 5 to 8 books or more. So yeah, I definitely am a series girly for sure. Give me all the books. Give me as many books as you can successfully and purposefully write. Heroes or villains? Ooh, definitely villains. I'm a villain girly. I think the heroes are boring. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that it is. Maybe that says something about me, but I just feel like the villains have a better character arc. I like a darker character. I'm definitely into like the morally gray characters. Those characters are for me. So yeah. 100% hands down villains. A book you want everyone to read. Okay, so this past month I read 1984 by George Orwell, and I don't know if it's just because I'm in my 30s now, but I just feel like you have to read that book. Like, you have to read, especially if you're an adult, you need to read that book. Recommend an underrated book. Okay, I'm gonna say the Sacred Stones trilogies, which I know ironically is a trilogy and not a single book, but I feel like this series is underrated. Maybe underrated isn't the right term, maybe it's underhyped, but I just feel like these books aren't talked about. Like, I don't ever really see anyone talking about these books. Now, I will say that I am not on TikTok. I don't really watch Instagram Reels. I'm not like a scroller like that. Like, I just don't do it. It's not for me. So maybe that's why I don't see it talked about as much, but I do follow a healthy bit of booktubers on YouTube, and they are primarily fantasy romance booktubers. So I just feel like I should be seeing people talk about these books, but I just am not. So for that reason, I'm gonna put this trilogy or that trilogy in this category, because I just feel like more people should be hyping up this series. It is so, or trilogy, it is so freaking good. Next, it says the last book you finished. The last book I finished is Vow of Revenge by P. Rain, which I believe is a pen name for 2 authors. They write under this pen name, like they write dark romances under this particular pen name. I will be talking about this book in my April wrap-up, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but yeah, Vow of Revenge is the last book that I finished. The last book you bought, I actually have it right here next to me. I just got home from Target because I needed to get some dog food, and so I bought Shield of Sparrows. So yeah, so this is the last book I bought. I literally just bought it like an hour ago. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? Oh, this is going to be a really boring answer because it's nothing. I have either used a bookmark, or like I am guilty of like dog earring books. I don't do that so much anymore because I have like a jar that's full of like those little magnetic bookmarks, because I don't necessarily enjoy dog earring books, but before I got a Kindle, I always had a book with me, and I would sometimes misplace the bookmark or just totally forget it at home. If I was starting a new book, like I wouldn't even grab a bookmark because that's not what I was thinking about. So I am guilty of dog-earing a book, but to my recollection, I cannot think of anything, you know, taboo or out of the ordinary that I've used for a bookmark. Used books, yes or no? Okay, so definitely yes, but only if I can purchase the used book in person. I have purchased used books online before, and primarily from Amazon, and they're always just like in the worst condition possible. Like, no. But I am a used book supporter, just if I can purchase it in person. Like, I go to Half Price Books all the time. I have, there's a bookstore near me that's called like Forgotten Lore, and that's a used bookstore, and that bookstore is just amazing. So yes, used books, yes, but I want to inspect the quality, the condition of that used book. Top 3 favorite genres. Okay, for sure, fantasy, romantasy, we'll clump that as one. I don't know if this is the proper title for this genre. I always refer to it as mythology retelling or like mythology fiction. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but I feel like you get what I'm saying. Like mythology retellings, mythology fiction. Like I love a good Greek mythology or Norse mythology retelling. Love that. It's my jam. The third, I feel like it just depends on my mood, because I really love poetry and like short stories, and I also really love to read like theology or like spiritual based books. So it just depends, I guess, on my mood. Borrow or buy? I'm definitely a buyer. I am the worst with library books. I forget to bring them back. I don't necessarily lose them, but I forget to bring them back, or I don't read them in time and they just end up sitting somewhere. I do bring my kids, but I don't check anything out for myself. So yeah. Character or plot? Oh my gosh, I feel like you need both, right? Like, okay, for example, I just finished in the month of April, Rebel Witch, and I feel like while obviously plot is there, that book is so character driven. I mean, that entire book, the plot is the characters, you know? So, and I loved that book. So I guess I'll say characters, because if I don't like the characters, then I'm gonna have a hard time connecting to the book. So regardless of how great the plot is, I guess. So I think I'm gonna go with characters. Long or short books? I mean, I like both, especially if like you're trying to like get your book count up for the year, you know, grab like a 250, 300 page book. Like, we appreciate her. But I think for sure I will go with long books. I love a long book. I love character building. I love world building, especially if there's magic or politics or things like that. I feel like you need more pages. I need more pages. I need you to write as much as you can to make me understand and like to immerse me in that world. So long books. Long or short chapters? That's a good one, because I have found myself being like kind of annoyed or bothered by a super long chapter. I have been in the position or the situation where I'm like, Jesus, how long is this chapter? So, I mean, I don't want the chapter to be like super short, but I feel like anything over like 15 pages is too long. Is that being unrealistic? I don't know. I've never really like counted how many pages are in a chapter, but yeah, I mean, do not give me like a 45 page chapter. Like, that just feels like too much. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know how to answer this. I want the sweet spot. I don't make them too short, because then I feel like, why was this its own chapter? But don't make them, you know, extremely long where I'm like, Jesus, I need to pee. When is this chapter over? You know? So I don't know. I guess somewhere in the middle between long and short is my preference. Name the first 3 books you can think of. Okay, well, Rebel Witch, Fourth Wing, Ooh, and a book that I also recently just bought that I'm excited to read is A Staircase in the Woods. It's unlike any book I think I've ever read. It's kind of fantastical, but it's more like on the, I don't know, like thriller-y kind of vibe. So I'm really excited to give that book a go. So yeah, Rebel Witch, we love her. Fourth Wing, love her. And A Staircase in the Woods. Books that made you laugh or cry. Okay, so I have talked about this in my introduction video. Check that out. I have never physically, like, outwardly laughed or cried while reading. So I genuinely cannot answer this question because there has never been a book that has made me like shed tears or laugh out loud. Of course, books elicit emotion within me. I obviously feel emotions while reading. I'm not like a sociopath, you know, like I do feel emotions. Like my emotions stay on the inside. So I don't know. Our world or fictional worlds? Fictional worlds. I don't like hate when a book is set like on Earth as we know it, you know? But yeah, I love a fantasy world. Take me somewhere else, you know what I mean? Do you ever judge a book by its cover? No, I do not judge a book by its cover, but I do judge a book by its blurb. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, absolutely yes. Book to movie or book to TV adaptation? Okay, I guess it's asking me, do I prefer a book to be turned into a movie or do I prefer a book to be turned into a TV show? And I have no care. I don't know. I'm so at loss for an answer. I'm like stumbling on my words because like I don't have a preference. I don't care. I guess a TV show, because you get more of it. I feel like they're able to do more with a TV series. There's more episodes, there's more time allotted to kind of like stay true to the book and build a story. So I guess a TV show, we'll go with TV show. A movie or TV adaptation you prefer more than the book? Definitely Vampire Diaries. I felt like the Vampire Diaries book series was just kind of like it was fine. It was kind of cheesy and silly to me. But the TV show, that shaped my preteen into teenage life. I still rewatch the Vampire Diaries and yes. Series or standalone? 100% series. Give me all the books. Give me all the character building, plot building. Like I've already said, I want all of it. I want all of it. So absolutely 100% hands down series. Okay, you guys, well, we made it. I have about 15 minutes before I have to get the kiddo from the bus. So I feel like I really appreciate you hanging out with me and watching this video, and shout out to Ashley. I will have her channel linked down below. Shout out to her for giving me her good graces and allowing me to do this book tag. I had so much fun filming this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.